Hello everyone, today we will be learning about variables. Now variables are a very common word we have all learnt in from our childhood. So in maths we simply see the equations like x plus 3 is equal to 25. So by just simply shifting 3 to the other side we get the value of x as 22. Okay, so here you can see that the value of x is undetermined. We don't know the value of x, and by simply solving this equation we get the value of x. So basically, as x is undetermined or unknown, the other word for unknown is called as variables. So variables are nothing but unknowns. Okay, similar as this is the case of maths, similar is the case with the Python. You can see that in case of Python as well, variables hold a certain value. As you can see that in maths, x is holding a certain value which is 22. Similar is the case in Python. Here variables hold certain values. It holds values and it stores the values. In simple terms, it stores the values, and these values can be used in the whole program whenever needed. For example, if I am writing in a simple addition program, if I write x is equal to 20 and y is equal to 30. Now I'm asking Python compiler to add x and y. So basically x plus y, and now I'm printing this result, this sum. Okay, so now when I print it we get the result as 50. Now here x is a variable, like we see here x is equal to 22. It holds this value 22. Here also x holds the value 20 and y holds the value 30. Hence x and y are nothing but variables, and when we add these variables, the value 20 is assigned to this position and the value 30 is assigned to this position. And because these variables have a certain value, they add these value and we get the final answer as 50. So in simple terms, the variables are nothing but the storage boxes or storage containers which stores all these values as per the need. Now in Python there are certain methods to name some variables. You can name the variables as per your need. It's not compulsion to name it with a certain value thing or certain name or certain value. You can name it as per your need, but there are certain rules to name it, for which are nothing but we can't start a variable name with a number like this, 2a. Suppose I am writing 2a is equal to 20 and I'm asking print function to print 2a. When this is run, when we run this code, you can see that this is an invalid decimal literal, which means that we can't start a variable with the name 2. So basically we can't start any variables with a number. It should be an alphabet, but later in the same code we can use numbers. You can see that now if I write A2, it will accept the code, because we are starting the variable name with A, which is an alphabet or an character and not a number. The second rule is that variable names should be clear. This is as such not a rule but a common practice followed by all the programmers. For example, if I simply copy this code itself, now in this case you can see that x is equal to 20 and y is equal to 30, and if I instead of sum, if I write output, now we know that output definitely stores the value of the sum x plus y, But is it clear that, and this would even provide the desired output, but it's not clear that we are adding the but it's not clear that we are adding two numbers. It creates confusion, and hence if we use the perfect variable name like this, sum, it would be clear for not only us but for also for other programmers. When they read our program, they can easily understand that this program adds two numerical values. The third practice, or you can even call it as a rule, that Python variables are not case sensitive. Variables are not case sensitive. Okay, now you might be getting confused. You might be confused here that in earlier video I said that Python is case sensitive, and here I am saying it's not. So just pay attention to my words that variables are not case sensitive. Python is case sensitive, but variables are not case sensitive. If I write print with capital P, Python compiler won't accept it. But if I write sum, now just let me copy this up. But if I write sum with small s, lowercase s, it would definitely accept that. This is because variables name should start from alphabets and not numbers, as I stated earlier. So these alphabets can be uppercase or lowercase or a mixture of both. If I can simply write the whole sum in upper cases as well, like that. Still it would provide the desired output. And the most important rule while naming a variable is that variables should not contain spaces. Okay, now what I mean by this is, let me just simply copy this. I'm providing all the rules with the same example. You can see that if I write sum of two numbers, and if I just copy this up as it is, if I ask the print function to print this, it would definitely give an error saying that it is an invalid syntax. It's a syntax error because the Python syntax states that naming the variable should not contain any spaces. Now you might be in confusion now, that earlier I said that the Python variable names should be clear, but here if I'm trying to make it clear, it's not accepting. So for that there is definitely an alternative for spaces, which is nothing but underscore. Python allows you to separate two words in a variable name with the help of underscore. You can use the underscores between you can use as much as underscore you want between two numbers, between two words, and it would accept that. You can see it printed the desired output. So these are some of the most important rules while naming the variables, and if we make a mistake in any of these rules, the Python would definitely give a syntax error. So that was all for the variable lecture. If you like this video and if you want more such videos, please like, share and subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon to get the notifications of my upcoming videos. Thank you.